Where are you from?
I'm from Korea. 저는 여기 와서 공부하러 왔어요.
Something that you find so difficult about Korea when you go back and forth?
It's always about the beauty standards. If you go to Korea, people are like bodied, like perfect. It's crazy. There's like this thing where everyone's so like perfectionist about the beauty and like they have to like outstand other people, and it's kind of hot there because whenever I go there, people try to be skinny and I just look at them, oh my god, like they're so pretty, oh my god, they're so perfect, you know, and I just need to be like that. And if you go to Korea, there's like so many like surgical things that people do, and it's just, you know, just prepare yourself if you want to go to Korea, because you would want to be like, you would be insecure. If you compare it like USA, it's very free, like whatever you look like, people will always tell you you're beautiful. But if you go to Korea, they have this like stereotypical beauty standards that you should look like that, you should look like that, you know, that's kind of hard for me.
So what would you rate yourself if you're in Korea on a scale of 1 to 10?
I would say a solid 7.
In Korea?
In here,
And then what if you're in Korea, back in Korea?
say like a 4.
What's your Instagram?
LISAHAN_132.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for stopping by. So credit goes to all these creators. Guys, I feel that it's so sad when people cannot genuinely love themselves for who they are. I understand the societal pressure, right? But when people think of Korean beauty, nowadays they think of flawless skin, small face, slim bodies, and perfect features, right? Everything looks so clean, so polished, and almost unreal. Like it's in everywhere. K-dramas, K-pop, social media. And it becomes the image of what beautiful is supposed to look like. And behind that image, there is a lot of pressure. Talking about women, in Korea, being skinny is not just seen as attractive. It's often seen as a normal thing, as expected. And many women grow up hearing comments about their weight from family members, from their parents, relatives, co-workers, and even strangers that you didn't ask for their opinion. Sometimes people will say, oh, you've gained weight, or you'll be prettier if you were thinner. And it's said so normally that it becomes part of everyday life. Even idols and celebrities face the same extreme pressure to stay thin. And some idols, right, have talked about, you know, starving themselves, eating so little, going on extreme diets just to meet the standard, right? Many a times not because they want to, but because they feel like they have to. And the thing is that you see young girls, like young girls basically just starting their lives. They start to believe that that is the only way to be beautiful. They start to compare themselves. They start to think that their natural body is not enough. And this creates silent pressure. You are under pressure to shrink yourself. You're under pressure to look a certain way. You're under pressure to fit into the narrow definition of beauty, right? And it's not just about, you know, the weight. It's just about also having a paler skin, a small face, you know, eye, nose bridge, whatever that means. And all those features are praised. And those that do not fit into that category, right, may feel as if they are lacking something. And over time, right, this affects how women see themselves. It affects their self-confidence. And it makes them feel as if their worth is connected to their appearance, right? I'm not saying nobody should, you know, not be healthy. I'm saying that beauty should not feel like a requirement. It should not feel like a burden, right? But for so many of these women, beauty feels like a burden to them, guys. What do you think about this Korean beauty standard? Because it is crazy. Let's see what these creators have to say, and I'll see you soon.
Korea is brutally honest when it comes to body image, so it's basically a body size test. You walk through these gaps to see where you fit. What's written above is super slim, slim, average, chubby, fat, very fat. Okay, starting from the very fat. Okay, that was pretty easy. Next is fat. Great, thanks for letting me know that I'm not fat. The next one is chubby. Okay, almost. The next one is average. Okay, does that mean I'm slim? heading for slim. And you can already see it's gonna be really hard. Like, my butts are already stuck, but like somehow I pass it. Yeah, yeah. Obviously, the last one is fail. How do you think? Would you try this?
What's the beauty standard like in South Korea?
Like you have to be like normal. You have to look same, I think. So there's a trend about beauty. You have to look alike that trend.
What is the trend in South Korea?
Right now, I think more like K-pop idol. I think you have to be pale. You have to be skinny.
Because of your unique style and look, do people tend to treat you differently?
Oh, definitely. Like when I just walk on the streets, they stare at me a lot.
Do you ever get any comments?
Yeah, like once the old lady was just yelling at me, "Don't dress like that."
And does your family also comment on your appearance?
My dad called me slutty because
Your dad called you slutty?
Yeah, because I was wearing sleeveless top. Yeah, they want me to like dress neat, nice, like be a good girl, but I don't like that kind of style, so I just ignore them.
So I'm a curvier woman in Korea, and I've gotten a lot of backhanded compliments from Korean people because they're suppressed by the Korean beauty standard of being very teeny tiny and really small boned. And although I understand their perspective, I'm gonna wear what I want to wear. If you're a curvier girl in Korea, just wear what you want. Wear something that complements your body and walk out with confidence, because at the end of the day, the Korean girls doing it, everybody's obsessed with the S-line. So it's time we show them what an S-line look like. For the first 2 years, I was really conservative and covering myself up. And even when I was doing all of that, I still had comments about my body. I still had comments of me to cover up more when I was wearing a t-shirt. It just very much is a situation that it doesn't matter what you do, what you wear, people are gonna comment on your body anyway. There's no winning in the societal mind of someone trying to prove that you're big and you're big boned because you have curves. Like, at the end of the day, you're not going to church. You can wear what you want to wear. In today's modern society, you showing a little bit of cleavage is not the end of the world. Trust me, because trust me, the other people are doing it.
In Korea, you have to be so skinny and pretty, and you have to be white.
여자들은 50대 되면 통통하다고 생각하고 40대가 뭔가.
So from my experience living here, the beauty standard is it's kind of one set kind of mold. There isn't really much diversity. So the overall beauty standard here is Koreans like pale skin, number one, and being below a certain weight. So usually the weight limit is kind of like 50 kilos, and then kind of big, like enlarging your eyes, dark hair. It's not very diverse.
Why is every photo of a Korean, the women especially, why are they so pale? Are they like genuinely pale people, or is there a filter? Why is everyone so white? That's my question.
Okay, to be honest with you, this is another beauty standard I was talking about.
The paleness?
The paleness. I can see a lot of my Korean friends who are not as pale as they should be. They have like very, very low self-confidence because they think that they're not pale enough.
Are you guys afraid to go in the sun? Like, are you afraid to tan?
I have no problem. But yes, Asians, they do a lot of time.
I mean, are they afraid to tan to become too dark so that they cannot become like the optimal model?
That's one. The other reason is because they really care about their skin health and they know the damages that the sun, which is very true. And when I came to Korea, I'm like reapplying the sunscreen every few hours.
Today? Did you quit?
I did, of course.
Today? It's like -3.
No, it doesn't matter. It does.
It's just about the sun, the strength of the sun?
Yeah.
Everywhere you go, you'll see Korean women, and for some reason, they always have their hair done nice, their clothes are always nice, they have their nails done, they smell so good, and they always have this perfect look and image on them. When I come here, I started doing makeup because I was inspired by like all the Korean girls. When I look at them, I'm like, wow, they're so skilled, and I started doing makeup too, and that's how I realized that, oh, I'm also consumed by the beauty standards in Korea.
I'm not beautiful in Asia, let's talk about it. I saw this video of this girl talking about the unrealistic beauty standards in Korea, so I thought I'd tell you my experience. I don't fit the beauty standards. I'm in theory way too tan. My nose bridge is not high enough. These are, for example, some of the things that my grandma said to me. So I'm an influencer and my family in Korea knows that. And once my aunt went, they don't even mean it in a mean way. You know, we have the huge celebrity culture in Korea, the 연예인 culture. They do like 관리, that's like how you call like taking care of yourself. And I was eating and my aunt goes, Are you like a public figure in Germany? Like you're an influencer, not a public figure, but like you're posting yourself online. Shouldn't you be taking care of yourself and your looks? Like 관리해야 되는 거 아니야? Like she was asking me that question. I was about to say something because like she was like criticizing a bit like the amount I was eating and that I shouldn't be eating so much. Whenever I go to Korea, it's like a kind of a holiday where I just don't restrict myself when it comes to food. And before I was about to say something, my grandma goes, no, in Europe they actually like body types like Jihoon's. Oh my god, my voice. Like they love the body positivity and like they accept people in all sizes. They were literally talking about me as if I'm like an overweight person. I was a bit bigger than I am now, but like I was still slim. That's actually crazy. Things like that were very normal. People around me would say things like, you have to work hard in school because you're not pretty. My mom would tell me all the time that I'm not beautiful. She would say, you're an attractive girl, but you're not traditionally pretty, which I also just grew up believing. So this is also kind of still engraved in my brain. I mean, I don't get affected by it anymore. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, growing up, it was quite difficult. So I lived in Europe most of my life. I also didn't really fit into the beauty standards here because, you know, I have the Asian eyes and I did get mocked for my looks a lot. I've always had and still have an issue with my body image, and signing with a modeling agency at age 16 didn't really help with that either. Yeah, I'm so happy that I have the realization that I don't need to fit in a certain kind of beauty standards and I can be my own standard. I hope you have a nice day.
Guys, I feel like the truth is that this beauty standard did not just appear all of a sudden. It was shaped by years of media, entertainment, social media, and their history. And today, social media has just made it so intense, more brutal and wild. Like every day you see the so-called perfect images, bodies, faces, lives. But what people don't see is the pressure behind it, the editing, the dieting, the insecurity, and the struggles. And when this becomes a norm, people start chasing something that is not real. Women starting to feel like, you know, they have to change themselves to be accepted, to be loved, to be seen as beautiful, turning to extreme dieting, turning to cosmetic procedures, right? And those that don't want to do the procedures, maybe because they are afraid, turn to constant dissatisfaction, feeling like they are not enough. But let me tell you something. You were never expected to look like anyone else. Your body is not wrong. Your face is not wrong. And you are not wrong. You are absolutely beautiful just the way you are. Society creates standards, right? But that doesn't mean you have to follow them. Beauty is not supposed to be one size, right? It's not supposed to be one look. Real beauty exists in diversity, in uniqueness, in being yourself. Clock that. And thankfully, right, many people are speaking up. But are things actually changing? And I hope that more women will reject unrealistic expectation and choose self-acceptance, right, over societal approval. Because at the end of the day, right, confidence is more powerful than any freaking beauty standard. And when you accept yourself, right, you take back your power. You stop living for the society and you start living for yourself. And I feel that that's something that no beauty standard can ever replace, because you do not need to shrink yourself to be worthy, right? You are already beautiful. And I feel like self-acknowledgement is the first step to accepting you are beautiful the way you are. And you do not need to conform to societal standard. I mean, look at the society where they have those rods that they put in the streets. So when you go through it, you know if you are S, you are extra small. Or, I mean, why do you have that? Having that, exactly, it has this mental, you know, it has the way it deals with your mental health. Because when you see it, you consider the day you don't pass through the small or you don't pass through the medium, you start thinking, oh, I need to do something about myself. And I'm not saying people should not be healthy. I'm saying the society does not have to put extra pressure on you to conform to who you are not. Accept yourself. You are beautiful. You are amazing just the way you are. Anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I really want to hear from you. And if you have found value in this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Please turn on your notifications so you can know when I post a new video. And I'll see you in my next video. Stay safe. Ciao.